All right, let's start with a common misconception. Some people are just born smart. They pop out of the womb quoting Shakespeare and solving Rubik's cubes in under 5 seconds, while the rest of us struggle to remember where we left our keys. Well, I have good news. That's complete nonsense. Intelligence isn't something you're assigned at birth like an unchangeable Hogwarts house. It's something you build, sculpt, and refine, like a really impressive brain six-pack. You see, your brain isn't a fixed lump of gray goo dictating your destiny. It's more like Play-Doh. But, Play-Doh that can rewire itself and doesn't dry out when you leave it out overnight. This magical ability is called neuroplasticity, and it means your brain literally changes based on how you use it. So if you want to get smarter, you just have to train your brain the right way. Easy, right? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do you actually do that? First, let's demolish a few persistent myths about intelligence. You're either smart or you're not. No, studies show intelligence is highly malleable. Your IQ isn't set in stone, and it's definitely not the only measure of intelligence anyway. IQ is everything. Again, no. IQ is like horsepower in a car. It helps, but if you don't know how to drive, it won't do you much good. Smart people don't struggle. False. The smartest people actually struggle more because they challenge themselves constantly. Einstein once said, "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." He probably failed at explaining things a lot before he got it right. Now let's break down some real ways to boost your brain power. 1. Read like your brain depends on it, because it does. Reading is like a gym workout for your mind. But don't just skim Twitter and call it a day. Read widely, read deeply, and most importantly, read actively. That means asking questions, taking notes, and debating ideas in your head. Your brain loves a challenge. 2. Question everything. Smart people don't just accept things at face value. They ask why, how, and is that really true? Basically, they're the annoying kids who keep asking "but why" until adults crumble. Be that person. If you hear something that sounds suspiciously true, dig deeper. Skepticism is a superpower. Number 3. Use the Feynman Technique. The legendary physicist Richard Feynman had a brilliant method. If you want to truly understand something, explain it like you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. If you can't break it down simply, you probably don't get it yet. So next time you're learning something, try explaining it to a friend, a pet, or even an imaginary audience. Your plants will appreciate the intellectual stimulation. 4. Surround yourself with smart people. You don't need to ditch your friends, but if the most intellectually stimulating conversation you're having is debating which pizza topping is superior, it's obviously pepperoni, let's be real, it might be time to expand your circle. Join discussion groups, engage in thought-provoking conversations, and learn from people who challenge your thinking. Of 5, stay curious, like annoyingly curious. The smartest people never stop learning. They dive into new skills, explore unfamiliar topics, and generally act like the world is one big interactive museum. Pick up a new hobby, experiment, and keep feeding your curiosity. Want to learn chess? Coding? The entire history of the Mongol Empire? Go for it. 6. Boost your memory and problem-solving skills. Ever met someone who remembers everything? They're not wizards. They just train their memory. Use techniques like memory palaces, chunking information, and practicing mental math. Your brain loves a good puzzle. 7. Take care of your brain. Yes, this matters. You can't be a genius on 3 hours of sleep, a diet of energy drinks, and the movement habits of a sloth. Sleep is crucial for memory, exercise boosts cognitive function, and good nutrition keeps your brain running smoothly. Treat your brain like a high-performance vehicle, not a beat-up scooter. Final thought, stay curious. Einstein wasn't born a genius. He was just insanely curious. As a kid, he was fascinated by a compass and spent years wondering why the needle moved. That curiosity led him to question fundamental physics and, well, boom, the theory of relativity. Moral of the story? Be annoyingly curious, and you might just change the world. So there you have it. Becoming smarter isn't about being born a genius. It's about building better habits, staying curious, and training your brain like it's going for the cognitive Olympics. Now here's your challenge. Pick one of these strategies and start today. Read something new, ask a thought-provoking question, or try explaining a concept using the Feynman technique. Small steps lead to big brain gains. Because intelligence isn't a gift, it's a skill. And lucky for you, it's one you can develop anytime, anywhere. So go forth, question everything, and most importantly, stay curious. And hey, if you found this video helpful or at least mildly entertaining, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps more than you know. If you want to keep leveling up your brain, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. Oh, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you're doing to get smarter? Let's swap ideas and build a community of lifelong learners. See you in the next one.